All right. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Rate, subscribe. Got a lot of stuff going on today. Man, today was a sad day for me, man. I broke down the conspiracy theory of that trade and of the tweet by Jeannie Buss. And, some of my worst fears were confirmed by Shams. Let's see. Oh, damn, they aren't going to let me feed at the trough of Pat McAfee. He was on Pat McAfee's show and he said, let me see if I can find it. He got a bunch of wrestling stuff on. This guy, he's winning, man. Yeah, here it is. Let's see.
No traction on any type of a Lakers deal.
Kyrie Irving getting traded to the Lakers or not?
There's no traction on any type of a Lakers deal for Kyrie Irving.
Yikes.
So there's nothing new on that, and I'm not quite sure we're going to see that take place.
And here's him talking about Kevin Durant, and they said they're not going to trade him till their price is met. It looks like I said, the Gobert trade looks like it's Christian Kirk. It's kind of reset the market for what a superstar is worth. It's not Deshaun Watson when they're looking at it as a one-off. So the Nets are being patient. They signed a bunch of people on one-year deals. They signed TJ Warren, who I thought the Suns should have been after. But they want a king's ransom for KD, and they're operating like, hey, if we don't get what we want, you guys are under contract. You got to come in and play. So it's a game of chicken. Where I think the Suns have to blink because, again, DeAndre Ayton is a restricted free agent. The minute he signs an offer sheet, the game is over. So this game lasts as long as DeAndre Ayton stays patient. And if I'm him, I have maybe a day or two more of patience because I need my bag secured. I don't want to get into the stuff with Bridges. But I need my bag secured. You see what happened with him, and not to say that thing's going to happen with him, but injury could happen. Pound the table that it doesn't. But remember, DeMarcus Cousins got hurt in the offseason. Klay Thompson got hurt in the offseason. So John Wall got hurt in the offseason. So I need to secure my bag. I don't have a time for y'all to go back and forth. So I would tell my agent, like, listen, tell them they got 2 or 3 days, or we're going to go start exploring the market because we don't have time for this shit. So I think that it's a game of chicken that the Suns are ultimately going to lose, and the Suns are eventually going to have to overpay because they don't want to run it back with Ayton. It doesn't look like they can run it back with Ayton. Monty Williams being the coach that he is, for him to be beefing with Monty Williams shows that there's some real problems there, and he's upset because he's not getting his bag. And so I think that it's just going to come down to them eventually getting what they want out of Phoenix and getting the Kings ransom, because the Phoenix cannot wait. Once he signs that offer sheet, it's done. It is done. So we'll see what ends up happening. Paul Allen's sister said that they are not for sale yet, but eventually will be. So it's interesting. I'm guessing they would sell the teams, and then that money would be donated. So Paul Allen signed the pledge that the majority of his net worth will be donated to charity, which means that the teams eventually have to be sold because those are part of his net worths, and they're going to donate the money from the sales to charity, which is cool. So I guess you just have to be patient if you want to own a team, an NBA team, NFL team. They're coming up. So you just got to get your money right, get your bids right, get you right in the NFL circles. This could be a team for an African-American owner, when you're dealing with someone in Jody Allen, who is not particularly looking at price, because Allen, there's I forget his name. I think it's Robert Smith, Robert Allen or Robert Smith. he was projected to get the Broncos, but then the price raised so high. And, the Broncos, they want every dollar because that's a family-owned business. The money has to be split amongst the family. But when you're going to donate the business anyway, donate the proceeds anyway, you're not really concerned about that. You'll sell it to whoever you feel. Now, then the NFL might say, hey, you can't depress the values too much. It's good for our other owners when they get sold high. So I don't know. But that's interesting. Phil Knight, and the Dodgers part owner put a bid in for the Blazers. And I'm guessing eventually he's probably going to get it if it's a team that is up for sale eventually. So we'll see what happens with that. Some sad news. It seems like Demaryius Thomas, he had CTE. I was listening to something today, and shout out to my man, Gary V. And he said, one of the ways to not be envious of other people's lives is to understand you don't know what the hell's going on with them. Like, it might look good on the outside, but you don't know what they're dealing with internally. Like, I wish I would have, pursued, sports more and more passionately. But then you hear a story about this, CTE. Then you hear Adam Silver say that he's shocked. He's shocked. He said this. Let me pull it up. Silver. See, Adam Silver voiced concern about the mental health of his players. And he said, look, as we said, here on television all the time, a lot of these men are genuinely unhappy. When they call him, he said they're unhappy. And Charles Barkley said it's totally bogus, but you hear about millionaires, doing drugs, and you don't hear about the committing suicide no more, but you do hear about the OD and people struggling and with addiction and things of that nature. You do hear those stories. So, just to bring it back to Demaryius Thomas is sad, and I don't know what they're going to do about it because it's something that you can only diagnose after death. And I don't know. I don't know if there's anything really to be done, but to generally put, your thoughts and prayers, if you believe in that, to him. I saw today that the Seahawks said that they are not interested at all really in Baker Mayfield. And I think that rumor of them being interested in Baker Mayfield came from the Browns because they're trying to move him. And so I think that, Seahawks never had strong interest in Baker Mayfield. And I think that it was the Browns trying to put it out to make the Panthers move. To me, if I'm the Panthers, I would have done this deal by now. Take the extra salary. You're a multi-billionaire. Pay what it costs so you can see what you have in Baker Mayfield, see what you have in Sam Darnold. And if you don't have nothing in either, then you focus on the draft next season, So why waste time? You don't want to put him in a disadvantageous position where he's coming in and it's training camp and he's learning the playbook, So said this enough, but it doesn't look like they're listening to me. So, it's a slow time of the year. Try to get this Cowboys thing edited and out. And once again, we should have World Cup going right now. And them taking it away from us is kind of trash, but it is what it is. All right, I'll go ahead and leave it on that. The game is again. All right, thank you for watching this clip. Do me a favor, push the button, hit subscribe. Come on, man, push it.
Call everybody up! Push the goddamn button! Push the goddamn button! You heard what she said.
Man, do what's right. You heard her. Push the button. The game is again.
So what's up, man? What's up with you otherwise, The game is a game. Always.